Yeah, I kind of got my own ecosystem going back here. I had my generator covered up, and plenty of toads live there. Last year, I think down at the bottom there was a nest underneath it. Uh, Hopefully there's no insects living in the wrong parts of that. I gotta clean all this up. Worms and slugs. Wow. Actually, there was a number of slugs over here. Oh yeah. I'm not talking about the child rapists of the park. Yeah, there was a known child rapist here in the park. And not too long ago, he seen me with my phone. And him and his buddy, Butch, over there in that black truck. When I drove by, I had my phone up. And they went and complained to the owner here. You know, I'm talking child rapist. Most likely a serial rapist, according to what the people that worked with him told me. I haven't looked and seen how many rapes he was guilty of. But they told him that, oh my God, he had a camera. And so the owner told me that he didn't want me to drive up at that end of the park because that guy was going to do something to me. And he didn't want me to antagonize him. Yep. Now, if I would have been just a child rapist, I could have been the maintenance here too. And he was. He's technically still got his mail coming here, even though he's taking his camper out of here for a few months. Yep, and right now there's a neighbor over behind me trying to listen to see what I'm saying. Oh, correction, they're just going to work. That's the owners who appear to be actually people of intestinal fortitude. And hopefully all decent, I imagine they are. But living in the land of drama, obviously they have to play, you know, child rapist games. And if you're just a decent person that the child rapists don't like, well, I'm probably going to get kicked out of here soon, and I'm not shitting you, so I'll be on the road this winter. But I'm doing everything correctly, kissing ass the best I can, and hopefully I won't get kicked out of here because I'm not a child rapist, or the child rapists don't like me. So I did stay here last winter. Like I say, you know, obviously that's my problem. I should have known. I should have been taught that child rape is cool, and if I could just hang out and be a tough guy with all the other child rapists, everything would be wonderful. Talk about child mutilated vaginas and stuff, like the maintenance guy here, who, you know, like I say, technically he may not be here now, but it still gets his mail here. He was here for at least 8 years. I say more like 10. But I would have to stop and check and see according to my records. Alright, well that's just my problems, but look at what a peaceful day it is. I am going to cut this grass. I already did a little trimming around the posts and stuff with the weed whacker. So for 2 days I'll be cutting lawn. And I won't get anything out of it, except not kicked out of here. Oh well. The life of a poor person. You know, not like I don't have a choice, you know. I'm sure I could pick up a child or something and become an upstanding citizen. No, I'm just joking about that. But no, I mean, it's nobody's fault. I'm healthy. I got a cracked tooth, but I don't seem to have nerves in my teeth, so I'm going to procrastinate until maybe I feel something or I get some cash to get that taken care of. It's not a big thing at all. But, like I say, obviously dealing with actual life, the way the shit runs the earth, I should get that all taken care of and be healthy that way. Just grasp it. And as everybody knows, if you get enough money, you can go to your little mansion on the hill and not have to look at it or hear it or speak of it again. Hell, if I was rich, yeah, I suppose I would employ a bunch of child rapists. They must be a hot commodity. That last child rapist here, he got in physical fights with people all the time. He still drives the Amish children around. As far as he told the owner, he lives with an Amish family. And nobody cares. I guess the way it works in Wisconsin is you just you just move there and nobody will give you any shit. And the Amish, of course, according to him, they believe you. And they trust you. And they'll forgive you, he said, but I'm sure he didn't tell them about his child rape because he runs around here telling everybody that the child is a liar. And he is right. And you know what? People buy it. I don't know. I think the southern accent, you know, for around here makes everybody think, oh, he's a preacher or something. But that's the way it works. I think Wisconsinites are more trusting and believing, and the laws all seem to be in the favor of the child rapists, so they come here. According to Ray Lamp, who lived here, he says he can go anywhere he wants, and he doesn't have to tell the law every time he goes somewhere, whereas in the states he comes from, they did. So he gets like $1,000 a month for the state to be to evade taxes and continue with whatever he does and flourish and hassle people like me. He was out here, basically he assaulted me last time he was out here. He was kicking up gravel all over me. And, yep, no problem. You know, the owner says, well, he told him, like, if he does that again, he's not going to give him any work. So he comes here and works under the table and flourishes. I suppose he'll be able to buy some children some pretty, like, toys or something. Again, I suppose I'm just talking this stuff over for my benefit, but I guess reaching out to people is what I'm doing in a weird way. hopefully this video will upload fast so I can take some video of myself doing some work later. All right, rock on, all you non-child rapists. You know, like when I get to heaven, I'll know how to love child rapists. But until then, I'm just dealing with it like this, telling the truth. You know, and the scary thing is, it could be that every single person I check out around here could be a person like that on record. It's just I haven't. It's just that the ones that I've accidentally stumbled upon happen to be that way. You know, I never wanted to check out people's records, but when it was thrown in front of me, it's like, wow. Alright, I'll try to make the last couple seconds of this video peaceful. I do use a lot of sarcasm. Alright, a couple days of work, and hopefully I'll get on the generator. Although this guy here, you know, I may be like a little intimidated by the asshole. I never checked him out, but he was known as the bully. And Butch told me he was the bully and stuff, but he goes over there and talks to him all the time. Hangs out. As he did with the rapist all the time, constantly. But anyway, yeah, you know, like, for example, if they were out there on their deck, you know, I probably wouldn't want to, I want to let people enjoy themselves as much as I can and not be too much of an eyesore. Out at the Broughton Marsh, there was a good deal out there. $1,200 or $1,400 for the whole year. And public campgrounds. And I believe this guy and everybody really, they built pretty much like their own little playgrounds, and they had built it all up to a lot of people look like a shanty place out on a public, you know, campground, and they shut that down. I was like one of the last to go. But, you know, their claim was that people built stuff like that. And, yeah, they did. They did stuff like put their own little wiring underground, and all their sprinkler systems underground. But then again, I suppose they do that here too, so that the lawn is easier to cut. But the Sheboygan Broughton Marsh, which is in Sheboygan County, and did have a number of child rapists there too. Coincidentally, a lot of them had the name Mark, like Ray W. Lamp called himself Mark Grimes. And there was another Mark out there, and they just all of a sudden snapped on me. But I think that was because I was a non-child rapist. Alright, I guess I'm out of recording time. Sorry I didn't give you the peaceful ending. That's my 650 Kawasaki there.